Good morning, welcome back to the 90 More Podcast. My name is Kosi. Welcome back to a brand new video. This is your preview. Arsenal take on Manchester United in the big one of the weekend. The iconic fixture is finally here. At the Emirates Stadium today at 6:30 p.m, Arsenal will be hosting Manchester United. Two teams not in very good form, but two teams that we know can actually put in a very good performance. Erik ten Hag has been speaking about this game and he said it's one that actually defines your season. And Mikel Arteta, of course, has said this is a fixture you want to win. There are no friendlies. There is no testing when it comes to playing Man United. It's a rivalry, and whenever you play them, you want to get the 3 points. We're going to be diving into the preview, starting 11s, what we think, the team news, of course, as well, and my prediction, and what I think of this game. Hit the like button, go to the comment box below, and let me know, do you think Arsenal have got it in them to just bounce back after that Fulham disappointment? And will Man United continue on their winning streak after beating Nottingham Forest 3-2 last weekend? Now, in terms of form, both clubs have played 3 games in the Premier League. Arsenal winning 2, drawing 1. Manchester United winning 2, losing 1. I think that the difference between these two clubs is Arsenal have not lost the game, and Man United have already lost the game this campaign. But when I look at both of them, when I look at the quality in these sides, they are not convincing. The quality of players, I think they are there. I don't think Man United are worse than they were last campaign in terms of players and quality. They have Sofian Amrabat now. They have Rasmus Holland now. They have Mason Mount now, a signing that we all have to talk about probably later on this channel. So they have so many new young players. They have so many new quality players, and that actually adds some little quality or at least depth to the side. With Arsenal, Declan Rice coming in, Julian Timber coming in, Kai Havertz coming in as well. So you cannot say Arsenal are worse than they were last campaign. You also can't say Man United are worse than they were last campaign. So look, the form in this in these first 3 games, both managers will be looking to avoid that kind of form. I don't think any Arsenal fan is out there jubilating and celebrating the first 3 fixtures, and so is a Manchester United fan. Arsenal have conceded 3 and scored 5 in their opening 3 games, and Man United have scored 4 and conceded 4 as well. It means that Manchester United have technically not kept a clean sheet this campaign. Obviously, that is not true. Man United have kept a clean sheet against Wolverhampton Wanderers in the opening day fixture, but what that actually shows you is that Man United are really susceptible to conceding goals at the back. And now with Rafa Varane out as one of their best centre-back, I don't think they really have a very good DM at the moment. Casemiro is struggling here and there. Unless he puts in a very strong performance, they will struggle and they will concede goals in this game. For Arsenal, it looks like there is a lack of coordination between the defense and the midfield and the attack as well. They're having that kind of possession. They're really very good when it comes to keeping the ball this season, but when it comes to conceding goals, they actually easily concede. So you look at the Fulham game where they conceded 2 goals, an easy Joe Palhinha, tapping from the corner, and then a mistake by SAKA, and Fulham actually have the lead. Arsenal really struggle at the Emirates Stadium. They concede early, on their home ground. And one of the problems they suffered last campaign is whenever they play at home, they actually are not at their best. I think Arsenal are much better away from home as compared to when they play at Emirates Stadium. So in terms of the big team news, Arsenal will, Thomas Partey is out. That has been confirmed yesterday by the Ghana FA. They have confirmed that Partey did pick up a groin injury and he will be out for quite some time. So we are anticipating weeks, but it could also be as far as 3 to 4 months. It's a bad injury, and it is one where Arsenal really are just unlucky. When you lose Julian Timber, after losing Julian Timber, you don't want to lose another player as important as Thomas Partey, especially ahead of a fixture like this one. If Arsenal lose Partey after playing Manchester City and Man United, they could sail on. But before playing any big fixture, you lose Thomas Partey. That is a big blow. Julian Timber is out as well, but of course the big story will be about Gabriel Jesus, who's coming back from injury. Did play in the Fulham game. Mikel Arteta gave him some minutes, and I think he might be the difference for Arsenal today. Him and Edin Ketia might be the difference for Arsenal today. Well, Man United, Luke Shaw is out. We know that very well. They brought in Sergio Reguilon to actually cover for him at left back. Rafa Varane is also in doubt for this game, and Mason Mount is out for this game. I'm not really sure if Sofian Amrabat has been registered in time, but if he was registered in time, it might actually work for Man United. It might actually work out for United, because with Thomas Partey injured now, what Man United have to do is to make sure that Arsenal don't have that complete dominance and domination of the midfield. You don't want total control to Arsenal. They will hurt you, right? And of course, without Thomas Partey, it means Declan Rice can become that single pivot, and either way, they still have Jorginho. So it's a very, very complicated, sequence of events. Man United are not yet off the hook because Partey is injured. There is a lot to do as well. So in terms of the both starting 11s, I had actually included Thomas Partey while I was writing my script, but Partey now is out of the starting 11. Arsenal could go with Aaron Ramsdale in goal, Benjamin White, Saliba, Gabriel, Tomiyasu at right back. Right, that's right. Back then, it means that Arsenal have to incorporate another player from the defenders, and that player could be Jakub Kiwior. So we might see Ben White returning to right back, and then we might actually see Saliba and Gabriel at centre back, and then either Tomiyasu or Jakub Kiwior playing at left back, something like that. In midfield means that it's gonna be a single pivot of Declan Rice together with Martin Odegaard, or Mikel Arteta can actually decide to play Declan Rice with a player or with another player like Jorginho. So if he wants to play a stronger pivot, Jorginho and Declan Rice actually be as important in this game. Obviously, Martin Odegaard starts, Kai Havertz starts ahead of all the other players, and Saka as well, and up top, Gabriel Jesus. It's one where we might see a few tactical changes from Mikel Arteta. Probably play Trossard, probably play, Gabriel Martinelli, probably play Kai Havertz on the left-hand side. We might see a tactical tweak from Mikel Arteta here and there. For Man United, like I said, they are also suffering for a couple of injuries, but you expect Onana to be in goal, Diego Dalot at left back, Bissouma at right back, Lisandro Martinez and Victor Lindelof at centre back, Casemiro, Eriksen, Bruno, Rashford, Anthony, and Rasmus Hojlund. Will Rasmus Hojlund start in this game? I really doubt, right? I really doubt. I think Man United badly want him, but there is one thing to bring him in this game, and he struggles, and another thing to bring him in this game and he creates an impact. Now, one thing we know with Erik ten Hag is he's not afraid to play players when they are fit, right? Remember when Anthony had just signed, he straight away played him in that Arsenal game and he even scored. And many Manchester United new signings actually usually score against Arsenal. Robin van Persie, Alexis Sanchez, Anthony. So, I mean, you could take your chances, Man United. Your new signings really score against Arsenal. You could just take your chances. In terms of the key players as well in this game, I think for Arsenal, now that Thomas Partey is injured, Declan Rice is going to be a very important player in this game. My issue with Partey, he's got that ability to dominate games, right? He's got the ability to just exert domination, right? And you look at games where Thomas Partey has been good and the momentum bar for those games, Arsenal really having sharp points, sharp possession in very good areas, and the way he helps Arsenal win the ball back, the way he just allows Saka go forward, Arsenal are really gonna miss him. So Declan Rice is gonna be a key player for Arsenal. There's no question about that. He's got to have to deal with Bruno Fernandes. He's gonna have to deal with Casemiro and Eriksen, and potentially any other player that Erik ten Hag says he's gonna play in midfield. Gabriel Jesus is gonna be a key player. Saka is gonna be a key player for Arsenal. William Saliba and Tomiyasu. But I think with Saka, he's gonna be a key player because they know what he can do, right? When they came to the Emirates Stadium last campaign, Saka ran the show. A cracker, a massive cracker, one that actually wiped away the Marcus Rashford goal, which was also very, very beautiful, by the way. And I think he's got that ability to play a big game. He's got that appetite for a big game. So for me, Saka is a key player for Arsenal as well. Man United, Marcus Rashford is going to be a key player. He loves scoring against Arsenal, doesn't he? But even if it's not that, because they're going to be playing on the transition, because they want to be a little bit safer, sit deep, don't allow those passing, lanes to be open, don't allow, spaces for Arsenal to run into and pass the ball into, they will be compact, they will be deep, and they will look to release Marcus Rashford, Jadon Sancho, Anthony, and Garnacho on the break. So Marcus Rashford is going to be a key player because he's got the speed, he's got the ability to beat players 1v1, he's got that shooting range, the accuracy on the long shots, but most importantly, he is a goal scorer. We might argue that this season he has not started very well, just like last campaign. But you cannot write him off. You can't write off Marcus Rashford. It's the same way you can't write off a player like Bruno Fernandes or Martin Odegaard. So, Rashford, key player in this one. Anthony is going to be a key player. Like I said, it's the transition. So, Man United, anyone who plays on the wings is going to be very key for you. Bruno Fernandes, for me, he is always a key player for Man United. Whether they are losing or winning. When they are losing, he loses his head, he loses his appetite for the game, and he just becomes discombobulated, he just becomes disorganized, and being the captain, that disorganizes the team. But when they are good, when they are firing, you look for that guy, and he must be among the players who are firing. Of course, I'm saying this because he's part of my FPL team. Do not forget that. But I think with Bruno and Eriksen, did I include Eriksen? Obviously, I did put Eriksen as a key player. They've got the ability to find the runs of Marcus Rashford, Rasmus Hojlund, Anthony, and all these other players that will be running into space. And that is why they're key players. And actually, if you get Bruno Fernandes and Eriksen marked, and you put them out of the game, Man United will struggle to create chances, apart from Lisandro Martinez and Andre Onana. And that takes me to another key player, that is Lisandro Martinez. Lisandro Martinez is one of the best ball-playing centre-backs in the Premier League, but also, because you don't have Rafa Varane, because you don't have another top-level centre-back, this guy is going to be very crucial in this game. Now, you don't want him to have a howler like he has had at the beginning of the season. You want to see the butcher of Ajax. You want to see the butcher of Argentina. That is the guy you want to see. So he's gonna be a key player, especially when it comes to stopping Gabriel Jesus, Saka, and Gabriel Martinelli. Those three players always rotate a lot of the time, and he's a key player because if he picks up a red card, and he's got that, he has that in him, he can pick up a red card, reckless tackles, and Man United can go a man down. So he's got to be on his best behavior, and he's got to be on his best game as well. All right, strength and weaknesses now. Arsenal, the strength is possession. They always have the ball. They always love to keep the ball. And this campaign, have any other side kept the ball better than Arsenal, apart from maybe Man City and Brighton? I'm not really sure about that. So that is their real big, big strength. Arsenal will look to try to keep the ball, and we will try to be a little bit, control in the game. Weakness, dry goals. Yeah, that's the problem. Creativity is going down. The likes of Kai Havertz are not getting into positions well, and when Kai Havertz gets into those positions, he's not being fun. But also, I kind of feel like the creativity in this team relied on Alexander Zinchenko last campaign. He's not been playing, and it has drastically gone down. So that is the problem with Arsenal. And Man United should actually make sure that Arsenal do not wake up their goal scoring form on them. Just make sure that you don't concede more than 2, and it might be alright. Man United, quick transitions, that is their most dangerous aspect, and that is their strength this campaign. They want to be running, they want to be breaking away. And you look at some of the goals they've scored, like in that Wolverhampton Wanderers game where they should have won. It is a transition, and then Rafa Varane gets at the end of it, and the ball is into the back of the net. The problem with Manchester United is the weak midfield and lack of control on games. I don't know how they're going to do this. Sofiane Amrabat has come in, and I've explained why Sofiane Amrabat will improve Manchester United, but it looks like it will come at the expense of either Mason Mount or Casemiro, right? But of course, that is the weak point for Man United. They do not have that control of games. We have not seen them control games the way we would love them to be. Obviously, it comes from the tactics. Erik ten Hag wants to play on the transition, but it has shown that they're really struggling to even keep teams like Wolverhampton Wanderers quiet, and they've already lost to Tottenham Hotspur. So my thoughts and analysis of this one, I think Man United will sit in a low block. They will be disciplined. They will be very organized and they will stay compact. They've done this at the Old Trafford last campaign and they walked away with a 3-1 victory. I think if you're Man United, you've not started well and there is no miraculous kind of recipe you're going to use to become very good overnight. How about you sit back in a low block, you allow Arsenal pass the ball, but you don't allow them play in those dangerous areas. You don't allow them play in the final third. I think that will actually work for Man United. I think with Arsenal, being at the Emirates Stadium, Mikel will want to control every single aspect of the game. He will try to, create the chances. He will try to make sure that Manchester United are not in possession, and he'll try to make sure that even on the transition, Man United cannot be as lethal and dangerous as they can be. So my prediction stands: Arsenal 3, Manchester United 1. It's one of those games where Man United will hold on. They will make a few mistakes. 1 or 2 of those mistakes will be punished, and the brilliance of Arsenal will overwhelm them to score a second or a third. And then Man United, because they will have conceded, they'll come out of their low block, score 1, and the game will actually end. So 3-1 in favor of Arsenal. Those are my thoughts. I'll speak to you right in the next one.